for the latest in this Group C contest. Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Lebanon not to be separated. 2-1 for the season so far. Indonesia 0-3, of course. And what that means is that a win for Jordan will see them and Saudi Arabia and also Lebanon through to the second round of Asian qualifiers that will take place later in the year. And we watch as the two teams are prepared for their introductions to this rather passionate home crowd in Amman. It's only around 13 degrees outside, but plenty of warmth inside this 7,500 seater arena. And here are the visiting team from Indonesia, beaten last time by Saudi Arabia. That on Thursday. They only used 6 of their players on the roster during that game, make that 7 in fact. And they've got something to do here, you would think. Beaten well by Lebanon, beaten well by Lebanon in both their games so far. And now up against Jordan for the first time. And talking of Jordan, here they come as we look at the Indonesian coaching team. Here they come, dressed all in black, and plenty of talent to worry Indonesia. In particular, look out for Dar Tucker. He'll be coming out in a matter of seconds. There he is. Number 2 on his back, the man from Michigan. Al-Dazuki is the next one out on court. And plenty of passion, plenty of pride in the jersey, as you'd expect. And the road to East Asia is there to be a part of the big dance. The FIBA Basketball World Cup Finals. 2 rounds of qualifiers to come. This is the first round, and we're midway through Group C, as you could see. And then that second round, as I say, which starts a little later in the year in August. As we see the veteran and captain Zaid Abbas. And the coaching team deciding a little huddle just to see them through, and a win, as I say, gets them into that second round of qualifiers. And so much to come. But first, we pause for the 2 anthems. Plenty of Jordanian flags in the arena then, as the last bars of the national anthem are played around this terrific arena in the heart of the Jordanian capital, Amman. And here are our officials from Kazakhstan, Oman and Syria. And we're moments away from battle being joined between these two. Jordan with plenty of options in terms of their shooting prowess in particular, although not quite where you might expect them, given that they top Pool C right now. But let's look at the Indonesian starting five with Jawarto, Grahita, Daksa, Goantera and Lester Prosper, all part of that five, coached by Ratko Toraman, the Serbian man in charge, and they have it all to do. There is Ratko Toraman, not a man that you would want to cross anytime soon, and he has to generate even greater levels of performance from his team if they're to get something from this. I say, well beaten by Lebanon in their two previous games, and they'll play Saudi Arabia and Jordan once again in July to complete their games in this Group C. But let's look at the Jordan five, and Dar Tucker there, very much the man to look out for. The experience of Abbas with 15 on his back. Abu Hawas, Ibrahim and Al-Dwari completing the lineup. And they have plenty of talent, let me tell you, at this level to worry most teams. Tucker's certainly one of the stars of the window right now. Only made his first appearance, of course, with just 29 points on 16 field goal attempts. That is some performance, and that, naturally enough, against Lebanon. A 64-63 win on this court. Terrific efficiency as well, and virtually single-handedly led his team to victory on that particular night. So we are all set to go. Indonesia taking to the court. Lester Prosper in smiling form, all set to impress the referees with his charm in the hope that it might get him somewhere a little bit later on in terms of decisions. The Jordanians taking their time. But we are finally all set to go. Nice embrace between Tucker and Prosper. Now that Dar Tucker's going to be taking on the opening jump shot somehow against us, that man of Prosper's reach and size. Something of a mismatch there, I would suggest. Needless to say, it will be Al-Dwari up against Prosper. in a game that could have pivotal importance for Jordan and indeed a couple of other teams in this group. And it is Jordan in black against Indonesia in white who get the first possession. Abbas gets it back to the corner. And a leisurely attempt at the opening tray. And we are underway then here in the Prince Hamza Arena. Duarto puts it up and puts it up nicely. Well, it would be something of a shock if Indonesia do get anywhere. Tucker, well, he'll be expected to turn the heat up in due course. The Bass with the rebound, and Dwight unable to get the opportunity to find Jordan's first points of the game. The Indonesia ball. Duarto, we've already seen what he can do. Prosper at the top of the key. Dwight keeping close attention. Decent drive, but the left-handed layup not quite working for him. Dwight trying to show him how it's done. Driving down the lane. And away come Indonesia. Duarto, Prosper. Off the glass is no good. And away come Jordan once more. Abbas has already tried his luck in this opening 90 seconds or so. Great step inside, but the foul called. Pretty simple one for the officials to spot in that particular corner as well. Tucker getting serious attention already. Tries it from long range off the iron. Looked like it was never going to reach, and away come Indonesia. Guantara, long range three. Diniaksa. But how about the layup? Oh, and it does fall. Freddie Ibrahim brings the crowd to life and gets Jordan on the board. 1 point game, early moments here in Oman. As Prosper has it ripped by Ibrahim. Good hustle coming in from Diniaksa. Goes right across court though. From the corner it goes. Kaka Dipucha not quite working out. Tucker inside. Oh, that's nice. Ibrahim with the finish. Dished up beautifully by Tucker, and he's getting into it now. They're like vultures right now, Jordan. Looking for any mistake from Indonesia. Not that they're going to get anything there. Terrific work down the baseline from Al-Hada. Indonesia ball. Just a sign of how much work Indonesia have to do here. A team with fewer points per game than Indonesia bar India in this Asian winner, but that's neatly worked by Duarto, who's turned up hot so far tonight. Plenty of time to go there. Abbas opts to dish it up to Ibrahim. To the corner it goes. Tucker, so much open court. They can't afford to give him that sort of space. And how good was the fadeaway there. Always had time and control, Tucker there. simple jump shot to take in the end. Look at the butcher. There's Prosper. Oh, spin and the dish. Oh, it just falls nicely. Strong work inside already from Lester Prosper, and how Indonesia need more of that from the man who went to high school in New York State. Mapham High School in North Belmore. Sure they've watched on to view his career as it's taken him around the world. But that's a nice drive from Ibrahim. Jordan back to within a point. 3 from 3 so far from Freddie Ibrahim. Gontara checking his options. Can't get past Tucker. Prosper for 3. Never looked like trouble in the basket. Tucker. Inside it goes. But between Prosper and Nurato, it'll be Indonesia ball. An awful lot of intensity so far about Jordan, which coaches will try and work on. Off the iron there from Al-Hada. Right across to Ibrahim. Oh, that's superb. And didn't you like the look to the bench too? Freddie Ibrahim on fire in these early stages. Jordan lead for the first time. 3:55 left in the fast-moving opening quarter. Putra tried to find Prosper, but it was easily read, and there, all on his own, is Abu Hawas until he's forced out of bounds. It'll be Indonesia ball, Jordan ball, I should say. Abbas then to get things going once more. Ibrahim taking us all over the court. Abbas is going to drive it up the lane. Can he get the fadeaway? Yes, he can. Real responsibility from the veteran. Gontara. Well, nearly went down a blind alley there. Prosper. Well, no chance for Danyaksa. Jordan ball. And already starting to assert some control here. Tucker just locks things up. And timeout called by Indonesia. Just getting away from them in these last few moments. Coaches need to have a word. Indonesia timeout. seeing a little bit of the quality that Jordan have to offer here so far. A little mini run taking shape. Make that a 10-2 run. And Abbas trying to get a hand in, reaches in, secures the dunk. Just what Indonesia didn't need. Zaid Abbas making sure the ascendancy is maintained. But there's no way Indonesia are getting down the lane on that occasion. Mohamed Hussein locking things up. And we'll go to the line with Indonesia. Shooting two. Juwato it is. He makes the first. And 2 from 2. That's exactly what they needed. Plays out of the Indonesia Patriots, Juwato, averaging 15 points in this window. (13 against Lebanon, 20 against Lebanon, 14 against Saudi Arabia. Very much a man that the Jordanians are going to want to keep an eye on, and there is the head coach. Put up from the corner. Ah, Ibrahim watches on as Abu Hawass makes his introduction, and well, what an introduction it was. Not quite working though at the other side end of the court for Indonesia. Tucker, all sorts of open court, gets away from his man, but the foul was called for the nudge in the back. Pretty clear instructions from our Syrian official. 10-point the margin. Abbas. Mohamed Hussein. Great vision to pick up Tucker. Oh, he'll be kicking himself over that. Clear scoring opportunity. The Jordan fans looking for a little bit more from their team right now. Certainly in control of this, and remember, I think that this is going to be a dead rubber given that it's top against bottom in the group. But how about that drive to the lane? Oh, quite superb. Real bravery from Gahita. Tucker, though, has it for Jordan. Inside the first minute, picked off, though, by Indonesia. Down the lane they come, draw the foul as well. Juwato it was, up against Zaid Abbas. And just showing that Jordan won't get it all their own way. And as we see Al-Hamashe make his appearance on court. To the line goes Juwato then for the first. If nothing else though, Indonesia very competitive from the line. Shooting 70% overall, top 7 in these Asian qualifiers. Ahead of their opponents actually, 65.7 Jordan from the line. Tucker. Kick back out, Al-Hawass, nice. Simple, but very effective basketball. From long range, Indonesia try to return the favour. This ought to be the last play of the game. A nudge in from Juwato. Inside the last 5 seconds, Freddie Ibrahim has had a great start to the game. Hussein off the rim, and that will do it. 9 points to margin at the end of the first. Diaksa with the defensive rebound in the end for Indonesia. But they've got a long way to go. 24-15, Jordan lead here in Amman. A little pocket of Indonesian fans you can see there on your left-hand side. I won't see the stats here. Pretty even Steven, pretty much, actually. Certainly in terms of efficiency in the paint. But the difference being made from outside. 44% shooting. Don't forget, plenty of stats and all the information you could possibly need. Scan the QR code and get all those details. And on social media, there's the hashtag to use for all your FIBA World Cup information. Promises to be quite an exciting ride as we head towards East Asia and the hosting of the final stages, staged next year, of course. But we can't wait to see you all. 32 teams qualifying: the Philippines, Japan, and of course Indonesia. First World Cup to be staged in Indonesia, of course. What a party it's going to be. And I hope you're going to join us for all of that. Oh, just the qualifying period will be exciting enough. Opening game, August 25th next year. Look forward to your company for that. Anyway, second quarter underway. Juwato from the top of the key, not anywhere near, sadly, for him. Great vision to pick at Abu Hawas. And then driving it up with no success other than picking up the foul. He'll go to the line. It's Almamarshe. There will be 2 shots for him. Ahmed Almamarshe plays his club basketball in Jordan. 35 years young. Maybe a few more qualifiers out of him just yet. So you can start to see now just how much enjoyment he can take from this. As Indonesia, oh, what a pass that was. Grahita with the layup. Diaksa with the assist, and what an assist. But that's not bad either. Abu Hawas just stretching that lead ever further. 11 points now, the gap, and Abu Hawas shooting 3 from 4 right now. Gemilang gets the rebound himself. Along the baseline it goes. Quick ball movement from Indonesia. Oh, the fake works beautifully. Vincent with his first of the evening. Tucker. Ibrahim. Still 9 points clear. Ibrahim, well, only gets the glass. A Maybe there's a way in here for Indonesia. Assuming that Jordan will eventually go cold from outside, as rather simple push spotted by the officials. So first foul called on Jordan. Mohamed Hussein picks up his second. 8:09 to play in the half. To the corner it goes. Ibrahim with just nudging his opponent towards the baseline. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Floated up by Widianta, who's just come on for Diaksa. Ibrahim though for Jordan. Thought about going down the lane. Kicked it back out, off the rim. Aldazuki not able to connect, and all the way back down the other end of the court is Grahita. And there will be timeout called this time by Jordan. Just doesn't want Indonesia to get ahead of themselves. Probably a very well-timed timeout, you would think. Jordan call it. And after that, no surprise. Timeout call. Looks like Dartucker then will take a well-earned break. Tucker with just 5 points to his name. We'll watch on as his colleagues take the fight to Indonesia. Here's Ibrahim, who's been plenty of spoken. How did he land the dunk in the end? Freddie Ibrahim with all the moves. Problems here for Indonesia, down by 9, 7 minutes thereabouts to play in this half, and Grahita's getting hot right now. A rebound to go with his 11 points now as well. Ibrahim inside, and then back out to the corner. Abu Hawas makes no mistake. 12 points now. 4 from 5 right now, which is one of the reasons why Jordan lead by 9 points. As we see a change out there for Indonesia. Guntara on for as Gemilang goes back out. All sorts of open court here, but denied in the end. I think denied, although certainly Juato was looking for a call there, which wasn't coming. It just missed the dunk, to be honest. Put up nice and easily by Alamarche. Ibrahim. Leading his opponent, and Mary Dance out brilliantly kept in the corner there. Freddie Ibrahim's work all in vain, however. 5:56 to play in this first half. Jordan 34-24 over Indonesia. If this remains the way, then all three of Jordan, Saudi Arabia and Lebanon will progress to the second round of qualifiers. Al-Marche loses it and very nearly finished off by Abu Wanzane. It's a right old mess on the paint. And Abu Hawas has got a little tired of it all. Tried the three-point play. Oh, nothing but iron. Grahita looking for a screen from Kosasi off the rim. Ibrahim coming away with it and gets so much time and space and draws the foul in the end. Abu Wanzane was poised to try and finish the job off when he came in down the lane at speed. I suspect Leicester Prosper might cut that space out. The man that you want to challenge with the size of those shoulders. Guntara given two fouls. Awarded the foul, I should say. He got drawn for the foul. And Ibrahim steps up. Said Abbas back in for Jordan. So too Dar Tucker. Ibrahim then for the first. And makes the second. 13 points. 5 from 6 from the field. 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He's having a terrific game. Oh, and it's very nearly picked up by Abu Wanzane, but couldn't hold his feet, let alone possession. Duarto to Prosper. They drive it up from the low post. No, gets it back out. Beautifully put away. Abraham Damar Grahita. And a rare tray for Indonesia. Abbas. Ibrahim. Jordan looking to give him the ball at every opportunity, but there was a foot out of bounds. Second round of qualifiers, incidentally, will see all these games take shape. They'll be joining the same group in the second round of qualifiers, along with New Zealand. Great step. And how about the footwork? Oh, just didn't fall for Grahita. And then bad pass from Jordan at the other end of the court. Doesn't improve the mood of either coach, really. Timeout called, 3:56 left in this half. Jordan in control, leading by 8. But wanting to step on the gas, you would think, in the second half. Indonesia ball back. Duarto, hands off to Jackson. Guntara, not going to get past Dar Tucker the way that's lined up, and Tucker steals it in the end and then draws the foul from Prosper. All sorts of frustration for Indonesia. Prosper's second foul. Tucker then for Jordan. Kanan just come on the court. Great dish. And then it's with Abbas. Oh, just stealing candy from a baby right now. Jordan making it look very easy indeed, and they lead by 10. Guntara. Doesn't have a lot of options. No real movement up ahead of him, is there? That's not the first time either. Grahita. There's Duarto. No, can't find anybody apart from Zaid Abbas. And away comes Jordan, driving up down the lane. Abu Wazane enjoyed that one, didn't he? Almost as much as the crowd. Such a sight when the big goes driving down. And Indonesia timeout, 2:36 to play in the half. And they're just hanging on to Jordan's coattails right now.
Everything in the zone is a corner. Everything is a corner. Do you understand that? We have to cover in the corner. Zone is not there. Now, go under. You don't have off. First off, play too slow. If we can go, corner we don't. We have to go. We stagger three. We can rock.
Two more games to come then for both these teams in August. This is the last of the games in this window. And Abu Wazane rather savoured that, didn't he? Just a look just as he's landing back on earth. It's that confidence that knows he's pulled off a fine play. Oh, we're just going to have another look here. Official review taking place. So we're all waiting to see more of the replay. And we have that pause that everybody hates in any game whatsoever, whether it's basketball, whether it could be any other sport for that matter. We all wait, and we all have to pause. Players don't quite know what to do with themselves. Officials still waiting. The beat of the drums, though, still continues. They're going to have a party whatever happens, the fans inside this arena. And the officials are so bored, they've decided to leave the ball by the side of the court and to go and consult. (39-27) then. Keep standout performances so far. Unquestionably, Freddie Ibrahim. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Also look out for Abu Hawas, 12 points, 4 rebounds as well. Looks like we're all set to go. Whatever it was, it's all sorted out now, thank goodness. Away come Indonesia under the full court from Jordan. Abbas, a little unfortunate. I just feel Jordan might be wanting to put the squeeze on here, really extend that lead going into the half-time locker room. Wonderful drive down the lane. A little unfortunate for Indonesia that all the good work of Guantara was not fulfilled. 12-point lead. Indonesia with work to do here as we approach the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes to play. Underneath it goes from Jaxa, but it'll be Jordan Ball. They just can't find any joy in that particular department right now. Cannon called for the steal. And here he is, trying to set Jordan going. Tucker gets the screen, but he wasn't expecting that from Cannon, was he? Men in white with it all to do. Guantaro. Giarto. Guantaro thought about kicking it back out, but in the end tried to take the long 2-on. Tucker drives it up the lane. Ooh, almost shakes off Giarto. That was a hard foul to give. Tucker unable to get to the line, of course. Jaxa called for those that foul. And Tucker will go to the line to extend this Jordan advantage. Mohamed Hussein on 2 fouls for Jordan. Just Prosper and Jackson out on 2 fouls for Indonesia. 2 from 2. Indonesia just not getting to the line at the moment. They need a little more, but a 100% record can obviously not be faulted. 13-point lead. Tucker's going to get called for that one, you'd have thought. Yep. Quite nice so far for the American stroke Jordanian. Just the 6 points so far. As Giarto puts it up. Abu Hawas gets Jordan back going. Cannon gets it back to Abu Hawas. Abu Mazaneh. Can't get the screen to Cannon. There's Abu Hawas now. Tucker has to take it on. Zayed Abbas trying to get the rebound, but never going to get anywhere near it. From way back at the top of the key, not quite. Jaxa unable to connect. And there's the foul called. A pretty obvious foul, even without the cry of frustration. Abu Hawas to the line. 4 from 6. Shooting so far tonight. Alamarche into the game. Abu Wazaneh stepping out for now on the Jordanian roster. Again, looking for the full press there. The corner it goes. Grahita, not quite. Prosper picks up an offensive rebound and draws the foul. Still Jordan then with 1 foul to go, and less than 18 seconds remaining. Jaxa trying to do it all himself and does so. Nice confident finish to the quarter, you would think, from Indonesia, though still some work to do. Abu Hawas, they can't afford to give him so much space like that. Tucker falls backwards. Can he put the 3? Oh, brilliant! It won't count, unfortunately. Just a little too late. But Tucker showing that he can find the basket from long range. Not that Jordan have needed him in this first half. They lead by 13, giving Indonesia plenty of problems to solve when we return for the second half. Jordan 42, Indonesia 29. And the stats will show that Indonesia not able to compete from outside. A little bit inside, but 3 from 16, not nearly enough. Even though Jordan probably not quite on their game right now. Rebounds, Jordan certainly winning that battle. And plenty of assists to show the efficiency of their play. And they can, well, Indonesia can ill afford the 5 steals that Jordan made. Abahawas and Grahita with 14 points each. Ibrahim, though, a very strong support role with 13 of his own. Not to overlook the rest of his contribution, Freddie Ibrahim. 5 rebounds and 4 assists too. Dar Tucker, case only 6 points, but 4 assists thrown in too. So while the fans get their refreshment for half-time, we will review the first half highlights. And there have been 1 or 2 to savour over the course of the day. And in terms of the key points for the Indonesian team, while we wait for those pictures, 14 points for Grahita, as mentioned. 6 from 10 from shooting, but he needs a lot more support than that. Remember, 14 points out of 29. Juato has 9, 2 from 6 though. And rebounds, nobody really contributing. Juato with 3. Gemilang, 1 or 2 players on 2. So plenty of work to be done by Indonesia in this second half to come.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Dar Tucker now looking to isolate. Tries to post up now. Goes all the way, gets rejected. Well, Matcha said, not in your house.
And he's the first time he's up. Nice pass by Low to the inside. And 1. 22-year-old just powered up off the pass from Low.
Enough, it's not great. Zaid Abbas with the steal. Zaid Abbas now finding Freddie. Back to El Dwari. Beautiful basketball. Uh-oh, baby. It is unselfish Jordanian Showtime basketball.
Gets the offensive rebound and kicks it out, and he gives it away. Grahita, and left-hand finish and blocked by Murthan Al-Mawani. Saudi Arabia refuse to give anything easy.
Gets it, slides to the ring. Oh, lovely little pass, and the throwdown is good for Kazemi.
Foot speed, nice shot fake, drives inside. Wow, that's a veteran move from the 20-year-old. Patience, precision, beautiful play.
And the pass is stolen, and all alone is Saudi Arabia. Big throwdown. Al-Magawi, double clutch.
Clemens, chance to run, 2-on-1. Jamshidi, the only man back, and they go upstairs. Lovely little lob pass.
Oh, and a rejection, a nasty rejection from Kwame. Ravina trying to create some space, can't, goes way downtown. What a shot, my goodness me. We talk about logo threes. Montalvo kills the third quarter with the logo three. Ravina no space, kicks it back, and Montalvo is set, ready to go. Didn't even think about it. No wonder he's excited by that. That is a deep three.
Welcome back ahead of the second half here in the Jordanian capital, Amman. And it is the home team who lead the way going into the second half, 42-29. And these men from Indonesia with an awful lot to do. Just 8 players used so far in the roster, which is 1 more than they used against Saudi Arabia. May not necessarily see all that many more. And Abraham Grahita, the game leader so far for Indonesia, 14 points. Brandon Juato with 9. They can hold a candle to these two right now. Dartucker relatively quiet. have a slightly different challenge themselves when they get back out onto court later this year. You'll see them face Lebanon and Indonesia once more. 1st July and 4th of July, the 2 remaining games, rounds of games. Currently at the moment, incidentally, Saudi Arabia playing Lebanon. That one taking place in the Red Sea port of Jeddah at King Abdullah Sports City. That one, I'm sorry to say, hasn't quite begun yet. In fact, it has. They're in the 2nd quarter. And it's a 3-point game. Lebanon over Saudi Arabia. Now 5-point game, 35-30, with 30 seconds to play in the first half. Looking like that one is going to go down to the stretch. Lebanon with a great first quarter there, 27-15. And an all-round team performance as well. No real stars, nobody in double-digit scoring at any stage. So even though they've had a fight back, Saudi Arabia, plenty to work on the shores of the Red Sea. Here, though, a little further north, Oman holds its breath and waits to see if Jordan can complete the task tonight. Both teams back out. Outside Abbas, Ibrahim, Tucker for Jordan, who lost to Saudi Arabia, of course, in Jeddah, 72-64, but beat them on this very court by 7 points. Those 2 games taking place in November. So 3rd quarter, about to get started. Tucker gets the ball in bounds. Jordan up by 13. Jordan in the black, Indonesia in the white. A win for Jordan puts them into the 2nd round. Ibrahim, long range for 3, just as he started the first half. Not quite succeeding that time, and an easy pick-off for Prosper from Ibrahim's ambitious overhead pass. Ibrahim reaching in, could easily have been called for the foul there. Put up by Gontara for Indonesia, and away come Jordan. Tucker looking to get a piece of the action. Pops it up, gets the layup for 2. In there is Zaid Abbas looking for the steal. All sorts of space now, and beautifully put away. It's Prastawa. Zaid Abbas out of the back of the hand, very coolly done, sir. Indonesia ball, 14 points already. Here's the deficit. Prosper tries to give it a screen as it goes to the corner, but complete air ball there. And away comes Jordan. Tucker, Abu Hawas, Zaid Abbas. The turn from Mohamed Hussein. Oh, that was such an easy finish, made it look very easy. Maybe there's a drive here from Jordan to just extend that lead a little further as Prosper finds nothing but iron. Tucker here for Jordan. Substitution coming for Indonesia, but not before Mohamed Hussein gets it off the glass. Comes out to Zaid Abbas. Count it. It's a tray from Zaid. He's on to 11 points and an early timeout call by Indonesia. This has not been comfortable. A 9-3 run to start the second half. 7:41 to play in the third.
It's an easy pass under the basket in the zone. Cannot receive this kind of a pass. Hey, we have around 6-0. We have to penetrate, kick out the balls. We are dribble.
Well, it's half-time in Jeddah in the other game in Group C. And we see Lebanon with the advantage, 35-32 there at the interval. Here, though, slightly wider margin, 19 points. Indonesia already up against it here. Kick back out, finds its way to the corner eventually. Grahita. It doesn't work for Indonesia, but Prosper is drawn for his third foul. Freddie Ibrahim after the steal. And you know how they love him in these parts of the Middle East. Crowd loving him right now. Foul called inside there, much to Grahita's frustration. His third as well, starting to add up now for the man from Southeast Asia, who will have a long journey back tonight, of course. Oh, Tucker, all on his own. Finds the room and space to put in the simple jumper. And now the advantage is 21. Well, it's a test of character, if nothing else, now for these men from Indonesia. The question is, how will they respond to the pressure? No options there in the corner whatsoever, and Prosper's got to get it up, and they can't. Rather lost their way, unfortunately. And it left Indonesia with nowhere to go. Abbas. Oh, driven up beautifully by Freddie Ibrahim, left the defense completely stranded. 24 points now in the paint. Ibrahim up to 15 points, 6 from 8. Nearly stolen by Mohamed Hussein, but good recovery in the end from Ali Al-Hadar. Well, eventually it's picked off by Jordan and then picked off and returned by Indonesia. Brennan Jawato inside of Prosper. Prosper can't hold it. It's like a stone right now. Tucker, the alley-oop doesn't go. Abu Hawas missing the opportunity. Helter-skelter stuff. Prosper. Tucker got a hand in there. There's Hussein. He'll do it himself. Real fast flow to the game whenever Jordan are in possession. Playing with confidence, and why not? Hussein battling away in the low post, but Prosper gets the ball on the glass, but still won't drop for him. Step away from Ibrahim, the alley-oop towards Hussein, was it? No, just over the top. And Hussein with a relatively simple layup, and there will be an extra. Mohamed Hussein getting the necessary. Mohamed Noor drawn for the foul. As we see Mahmoud Hazameh in for Zaid Abbas on the Jordan side. 9 points to Mohamed Hussein. 60-32. Noor unable to get much traction going. That's going to be a foul called, I think, on Tucker. Duarte. Here's Noor. Could have got it over the top potentially, but in the end it will be fired up by Prestawa, and quickly coast to coast goes Abahawaz, gets the basket and one. Well, will the basket count? I'm not sure. Certainly seemed just before the active shooting, so 2 from the line it will be. Well, no, and one it is. Zapatera in for Prestawa. Abahawaz, 17 points now, 5 from 9, 6 rebounds to go with it too. Good pick up from Duarte, just inches off the court. We'll try from the top of the key. Oh, flawless execution from Brendan Duarte. Into double digits now. Dal Tucker. Oh, lovely fadeaway. Look at that, 56%. Jordan making this look very comfortable indeed. Tucker now into double digits, incidentally. And how about that from Mohamed Noor? How to get yourself up and going. Abahawaz off the iron. Noor picks up the rebound. And away come Indonesia. Bounce pass. Oh, brilliantly put away. Very simple stuff. Vincent Kosasi with the simple layup. Ibrahim inside to Mohamed Hussein. The long range 2, no good. Noor with the rebound once more. Floated over. Oh, well read by Mohamed Hussein, although it was going so slowly. He didn't exactly need an eagle eye to spot it, although what on earth Hazame was doing there to blow the dunk, I'm not sure. Duarte for 3. Ibrahim showing everybody how it should be done. And if everybody could do that, they would be a lot happier in the world. Ibrahim with all the skills and all the joy. And he is such a busy player on the court. All action, very effective. There's Noor. Finds Alihada. Oh, from the corner. Long way to go, but you can hear the Indonesian fans still showing the passion that you love to see for any national team game. Mohamed Hussein back out. Abahawaz comes inside, drives it up, no foul called. And Mohamed Hussein gets the final tip. You're starting to wonder now just how many Jordan will end up with. Lebanon managed 110 in one of the earlier games in the first window. Nice bounce pass, doesn't get held in the end by Kosasi. Jordan ball. And the coach, now Seuss, starts to ring some changes. Abu Wazane back out on courts. Abahawaz takes a breather. Ibrahim. Now Dazuki in the game, as well as Abu Wazane. Back out to Tucker. Tucker doing it all himself. 14 points. 5 from 6 from 2-point range. 4 rebounds and 4 assists as well. Well, nobody's really looking for that, albeit Joato would have liked it to have fallen. 30 seconds remaining in the third. And Jordan very much in the groove as Hazame is looking for the foul, and he's going to get the foul called too. Well, that was difficult for the officials to spot. Grahita is called, and Hazame will step to the line. Also be time for one more possession from Indonesia, even for Jordan too, but they have certainly dominated this third quarter. 29 to 14 so far, and these 2 shots might just add to that total. One from 2. Good rebound though, underneath the basket. Kick back out by Noor. Goantara. Not many options. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Has to do it himself off the glass, but not getting any traction against Abuwazane. And that will do us for the third quarter. All sorts of pressure being applied inside now. And the rebounding game for Indonesia has almost disappeared entirely. It leaves Jordan well in control, 72-43 up with 1 quarter to play. Indonesia picking up a few more points from outside, but it's still not enough. 29% not good enough at this level. And they are being beaten back in that inside lane in particular in that third quarter. Lots more points from turnovers, 19 for Jordan, 4 compared to Indonesia.
Still the ball. Just there.
And don't forget, if you want all the information to follow all the World Cup qualifiers around the world, make sure you download the app from your mobile phone provider. So much to keep across over the next 12 months. As we head towards Japan, the Philippines, and indeed Indonesia will be in Jakarta at some stage next summer. Well, next summer after one. Both these teams still with plenty of aspirations to get better during this qualification process. There's certainly a bit of freedom with which Jordan are able to play the game at the moment. I suspect the coach is looking for a little more quality too. 30-14 is how they won the third quarter. And the 2023 co-hosts get us underway for the final quarter. How close can they get? Kick back out and put up from downtown by Koko Dipucha. Here comes Jordan. Ibrahim, a little shuffle. Kanan. Abuwazane. Abduzuki. Gets it to the low post where Ibrahim is driving and spinning. Gets the second bite of the cherry. Still off the rim. Goantara with the rebound, and away he comes. Going to go coast to coast. No. Back outside. Zapatera for 3. Kanan Trying to inject a bit of pace into this for Jordan. Forced it backwards at every opportunity by Noor. Hussein, his pass is a poor one. And Sapatera, well, he's already got one big tray. And here he is once more. Ibrahim ahead of him. Gets it back from Kokodipucha. The top of the key, Guantara. Back to Sapatera for three. Just juggles the way he's shot so far, mind you, Sapatera. They might wonder why he's only had 6 minutes on court. Oh, but that is how you do it. Jordan Al-Dasuki. His first points of the night. And Tara, not quite the precision on the drive. A little sloppy there from Jordan. I'm sure they're going to want to try and post the 100, just as Saudi Arabia did on these opponents last time out. As we see Guantara step off court for Indonesia. We are just going to have a little look at the screen here, just to see who has possession. Which gives the Indonesian and Jordanian players a chance to get in the huddle and take some advice. And for the thoughts of Yevgeny Mikheyev on the sidelines, the Kazakh coach, sorry, I beg your pardon, the Serbian coach, Ratko Toraman. Ibrahim is done for now. 7 from 11 so far as Alamache replaces him. Grahita inside to Kokodipucha. Noor gets it back. Kokodipucha. Oh, wall open and all on his own. Vincent Kostasi. What a pass that was. Mohamed Noor spotting the open man. Hussein for Jordan. Correction, Abu Wazane. Here's Kanan. Al-Dasuki steps inside. And Hussein will finish that off. Jordan's coach, Al-Zeus, just rotating his roster right now. Getting his bench players time on court, as you might expect with a lead like this. Grahita drives it up himself off the glass. Abu Wazane picks up the rebound. Here's Kanan up against Sapatera. Sapatera wins it. It's still Jordan ball until Grahita finds it comes his way. And there's the foul called on Kanan. No question, Jordan will have to raise their intensity when they get to play Lebanon later on in the pool. But that is beautifully put away. Now it's Mohamed Noor, who's looked very calm indeed, and at one as well. A 4-point play. Six personal points now for Mohamed Noor with 12 on his back. And he should be very satisfied with that. Hasame called for the foul. Ah, doesn't drop. What a shame. Jordan then with Kanan. Suzuki bobbing and weaving. Will have a go from long range and makes no mistake. 3-point play. Noor. Going to be put up, but nothing but iron. Just joggers out from Grahita. Kanan for Jordan. Goes all alone. Doesn't look like reaching, and there's the pop back from Al-Hamashe. Easy layup down the lane. Still plenty of time if Jordan want to turn up the heat and pick up the 100. Noor sees the gap closed by Kanan. Off the glass and efficiently done. Grahita. 22 points, there we go, 63% shooting. Can't argue with that. A little messy this time from Jordan. Kanan just about keeps it inbounds. 3 seconds on the clock, air ball, but finally put away. Al-Hamashe almost putting Jordan's fans out of their misery. It's all very drawn out. Ahmed Noor gets it back for 3 off the rim. Kanan fouled surely as he looks to effect the quick break. It's substitution made by Jordan. Ahmad Abeid in for his first action of the game, replacing Abuwazane. Here is Abeid from the top of the key. Al-Hamashe not the most effective there from the corner as we approach the 4-minute mark in the game. 84-53. Jordan on course to book a place in the second round of the qualifiers. Saudi Arabia and Lebanon will join them, but remember all the games going through to the second round, so all these games count, and Coco de Pucha, well, that will certainly count for him. Kanan gets it back, nearly stolen away. Finally, Kanan will attempt the long-range 3, gets it back as well from Abeid. Al-Dasuki off the rim. Noor gets the rebound, and back come Indonesia, coast to coast. Coco de Pucha with the layup off the glass. And timeout called as Jordan just makes sure that Indonesia can't get a run going. Certainly, coach Al-Sus wants a little more. Jordan timeout with 3:25 to play.
Hey guys, go back and safety every time. Why? Man, what's your safety?
If they're playing zone, play C3, Jordan here, and the other Masha pass, lead on the high post. Wazami will set the screen. Okay, let's go.
Let's go, guys, go.
Come on, let's go, let's go.
Go,
Action aplenty in Jeddah. In the other game in Group C, with Lebanon leading Saudi Arabia by 14 points now, 53-39, 3:56 to play in the third. Remember all the games to be shown on courtside 1891. Do sign up for all the very best coverage of the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers, wherever they are around the world. And then looking to just put the cream on the top of the cake here. Kanan. Gets the screen from Abeid. Decent recovery that. And here is Kanan. Just couldn't quite find his range. And away come Indonesia, coast to coast goes Saputera, who's looked sharp when he's come on. Kanan finds Aldazuki. Aldazuki was open. Alhamarche was less so, but that's a fine spin and fade away from Ahmed Abeid. Puncher for Indonesia. How about the bounce pass that picks out Grahita? What a gorgeous little play. Kanan trying to drive it down the middle himself, gets it and one. Abeid with just the most gorgeous play. It was Kanan, of course, in fact, the graphic rather off-put me. Kanan goes back to the line as Abuwazane steps back in. Hazame steps out. And the officials intervene. As we see Alihada come back out. And Mohamed Noor retreats to the comfort of the sidelines. 2 minutes to play then. 2 minutes for Jordan to put the 100 up and confirm in style that they will be a team to look out for in the second round. But that's nice from Indonesia. Something for them to focus on rather than the second round. Kosasi with the throwdown. Kanan from long range made it look easy. 3 from 7 now, all told. 1 from 4 from downtown. Saputera gets it away. Grahita. The corner it goes, but well, Alhada won't get anything with that. Aldazuki for Jordan. Ooh, slap in the face there. I think we all felt that, didn't we? Alhamarche with the errant hands, which we all felt. Vincent Kosasi might just have a mark there when he gets back to the locker room. But up from long range, Indonesia not able to convert there. Now that Jordan's coach says we'll be entirely satisfied with this. The Saudi Arabian margin over Indonesia was a comfortable 46. This one comfortable, nothing like that margin. Not that it will matter now with what, 30 seconds remaining as we see the most ambitious play attempted during the course of proceedings tonight. Jordan ball. Time for one more play, perhaps. 100 has gone away. And here's Kanan. Put up by Aldazuki. Rolls out. And the finish from Alhamarche. He'll finish almost certainly on 7 points. And Indonesia will wind down the clock. And that will complete events here in Amman, which means Jordan, Saudi Arabia and Lebanon will progress to the second round of qualifiers. Indonesia will not. And it will be not quite celebration, but a sense of job done. Jordan winning by 30, 94-64. And the home fans go home happy. All smiles in the seats. And a little recovery from three-point range. Jordan was certainly better value in the first half in that department. and they were in the second, but they clearly won the rebounding battle inside, 50-25. And a few more turnovers thrown in by Indonesia, which didn't help their cause one little bit. Grahita leading all scorers, 24. Abu Hawas with the numbers that matter for Jordan. 14 turnovers in the end for Indonesia, only 2 more in the end compared to their opponents. And there's the celebrations. Jordan into the second round. And they'll be joining the likes of New Zealand from Group A, the Philippines and India. It could be quite a group to look out for in the second round. Jordan, Saudi Arabia and Lebanon joining them, and still one window left to play later this year. So let's see how this shapes up the third group. Remember, Saudi Arabia playing Lebanon right now, but Jordan on top for now on 7 points. I can tell you that in Jeddah, Lebanon lead Saudi Arabia by 10. Watch that on court side, 80-91. Coach Alzus cutting a contented figure on the court. And you can't blame him, can you? Job has been completed. Another game taking place right at this moment, incidentally, on game day 4 in these FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian qualifiers. Bahrain very much up against it against Kazakhstan. This one going to form. Kazakhstan leading 73-44 in the 4th quarter at Khalifa Sports City. And it was pretty steady progress from Jordan all the way through here. After Freddie Ibrahim got them underway with a very fine start, backed up by Abu Hawas. Others contributing, but they always had too much for their opponents. 17 points to Abu Hawas, 17-2 for Freddie Ibrahim. 10 assists, 7 rebounds. Been fun bringing this to you from Amman. Thanks for your company. We'll bid you farewell.